I do 10 million things. So I'm a creator, writer, speaker, and consultant, coach, business woman, all of it.
And how old are you?
27.
And how did this happen?
Honestly, I was stupid. Honestly, I was dumb. And when I was working at Google, when I first got out of college, I started posting lifestyle content on the internet and built my following. And since then, I've tried to monetize it in every single different way while also maintaining my full-time jobs and everything like that. I got my MBA from Wharton after I left YouTube. And so I've just sort of been, working in the creator economy ever since.
What's a misconception about getting your MBA these days?
People think that getting an MBA is stupid, and that it's like you can learn all of that on ChatGPT, which is like, okay, sure, you could technically you could learn the information that you get taught in business school 100%, but the network and the connections and the personal challenge that it takes is really what the actual benefit is. And I actually think that my experience and my MBA is going to increase in value over time, even though the information may be more readily available now.
So would you say that your MBA was right priced, too expensive, or too cheap?
Listen, you know what? It doesn't matter because I had to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't look at prices. I look at, value. And I think that however you measure the value is however you measure it.
So 1 year out of your MBA, what's been the ROI so far?
Oh my God. The instant credibility marker is something I did not expect at all because I was always going to go to Wharton. It's sort of a checkbox on my career path, and I feel very privileged to say that, but I also worked very hard for that. For a lot of people, they're like shocked by it, and I did not realize how much it would get me in the door. One of my mentors went to Wharton 30 years before me, and I think me going there is what allowed her to step into my world and like create an opportunity with her.
How did that happen?
Yes. My mentor, Pauline Brown, she was the former chairwoman of LVMH, and she's the author of a book called Aesthetic Intelligence and the podcast of the same name. She's a star, incredible. And I think she was really interested in what an MBA meant today and why building your personal brand is so important. And so she reached out to me, and since we've had like a really great relationship. So
if a personal brand is so important, why don't more women start them?
Women are pretty mean to other women, and men are pretty mean to women too, particularly women who stand out and want to get attention for whatever they're doing. And we are criticized way more than other people. And oftentimes it's us doing that to each other. And so honestly, I think that people are scared of the cringe. I don't think that there's any lack of education or clarity or creativity from women, nor is there any lack of knowledge and intelligence. It's really a matter of being afraid of speaking up because people can be so like scary online. And I think that once you get over that, you get over the cringe, you get over the fact that like you are going to upset people if you want to skyrocket, then I think it's a lot more fun. And also we get a lot further as a society.
If you were standing in front of another accomplished, bright, incredible woman who just refused to start her personal brand because of all the things you just said, what would you want to say to her?
Don't be stupid, first of all. Look at the data, all right? Like, if you look at one of the highest growing industries in the world right now is the creator economy, growing 22% year over year. By not participating, you're literally leaving possibly millions of dollars on the table. So just start there and look at the numbers, and hopefully that'll make you feel better about it because, like, that's a defensible reason to get started, right? All my Wharton classmates are still very afraid of getting started online. So I completely understand and empathize because it is a real fear. But the longer you wait, the less money you'll make and the less skills you'll have for the future of work.
And do you think creating content is necessary to get ahead in the future of work?
For 90% of people, absolutely. I think for a small 10%, there's those people who are like, I want to be private one day, whatever. Sure, okay, do whatever. But like, if you want to be private, but like, honestly, when else have we had the democratized ability to show our work, to speak for ourselves, to create our own actual businesses? Like, we haven't before. And so take advantage of it.
Is this what you thought you'd be doing as a kid?
Listen, I always knew I wanted to look good and talk for a living, okay? Like, that was always the goal. But I think when I was little, I wanted to be an author, and that's what I've become now. And I think that, like, I was always meant to be talking to people and inspiring people, but I definitely thought it would be in more of a corporate environment. For sure.
What did you used to want from your career that you don't want anymore?
Validation from gatekeepers. When I was in college, I would always be made fun of by my guy friends because I decided not to go like the big three consulting route, and I was going to go marketing at Google, and boys were looking down on that or whatever. And I always was like, I'm going to prove like to every finance dude that like I'm the smartest person in the room. And then I realized quickly that like that proving energy was rooted in external validation, not in my zone of genius and what I can actually contribute to the world. And so now like I do not look at money or like the Forbes list or like somebody's resume to determine whether or not that work is impactful. I actually like just think to myself, like, how many people can I help? And that's what matters. And I do think that's a little privilege from, having a really stacked resume really early on, which like I again worked very hard for. But at the same time, it made me realize that like these people are no different than me. There's no one to put on a pedestal. Take everyone off of a pedestal and focus on the work.
So what career advice were you actually smart to ignore?
following the rules. I I became a creator at the same time I started at Google, and I was in a program that was supposed to be 18 months, and you could not leave before 18 months was up. And I realized I didn't really like it, started looking for other roles, and ultimately got poached by the YouTube Shorts team to help launch YouTube Shorts, where I got visibility into C-suite level executives, got to work with brands like Vogue and Sephora, Mr. Beast, all of these people. And they said, like, you can't leave after 18 months. I left after 10, and nobody batted an eye. Like, if I would have kept myself in that box, then I never would have had my dream job.
Job hopping, red flag, or smart strategy?
Depends, but stay everywhere for at least 10 months to a year. I just said, I just said, be smart about it.
Would you rather be overworked but overpaid, or underworked and underpaid?
Oh my God, overworked and overpaid. What are you talking about?
So would you take a pay cut for work that really meant something to you?
I don't believe in that.
Hmm.
No, like you can always create more money and create more opportunity for yourself. I definitely think I am very strategic. There are things I lose money on that are really important to me, but that doesn't mean that like the rest of my financial world has to also be in straights.
Posting on LinkedIn.
Up,
Corporate loyalty.
down,
Making friends with your coworkers.
up, always. You never know where somebody's gonna go. Some of my best friends from YouTube are now like execs at other companies, and I never would have met them if I didn't go to the office, by the way. But absolutely, make friends with your coworkers, but don't tell them all your business.
Adding your boss on social media.
No, absolutely not. Do not do that. Do not do that. Okay?
Work-life balance.
Not a real thing. Not a real thing at all.
Well, we're going up, but where are you going next?
I'm just at the beginning of building my empire, okay? Like, I'm just getting started. So, more books, more shows, more brands are on the horizon. Like, prepare to be sick of me.